I would season a human with cumin because that sounds fun. I know it's cumin, but I would say cumin. So he season a human with cumin. You always season
Cumin with
that
cumin. I like that. Welcome to In Moderation,
the show where we give you a moderate dose of info, sarcasm, and we already know we're not approved.
Okay, Liam.
Yeah.
Why the fuck are there guards everywhere in America? You know what? I went down there, and there's two culture shocks that I had.
Okay.
The first was walking out of the airport, and it was just like a traffic jam of cars that were vying for people, you know, Uber pickups and Lyft pickups and all these things, and it's just like
Right.
pandemonium. It was like the end of the world.
Okay,
Like,
well, you come
like
from a
movie
town
scene.
with 50 people, so I'm not surprised by this.
Well,
This checks out.
That's true. But like, I made a video just to show everybody the difference of coming back to Canada and coming out of Vancouver airport. And it's just people politely parked. No one's racing or anything. There's like plenty of room for pedestrians to walk. We did not need some traffic guard standing there being like, "Hey, stop it. People are walking here."
Yeah, I mean, one of our favorite pastimes is yelling at each other for things that we get frustrated by. I mean, that's kind of you pretty much summed up American Canada. Like, what do people always say about Canadians? They're nice and they let people do things and blah blah blah. No. You don't remember Scotty coming on this episode and talking about how everything he did had to do with guns, like every job he's ever had.
That was the second culture shock, is like walking into a grocery store and seeing an armed guard, and I was just like, "What?"
I thought you were going to say the grocery store sold guns, and I was about to be like, "Yeah, no, that checks out. That sounds about right."
Well, I wouldn't be surprised. I mean, I didn't look out the entire place. I got distracted by the soda aisle.
The diet sodas, yes.
Oh my god! Flavors. I would look down the soda aisle, and it was just like a rainbow of things. It was like 4 times bigger than ours.
I know you get freaking diet Mountain Dew. That's like
like
all
it. Yeah.
You got.
Yeah.
So sad. Meanwhile, I in my like kitchen back there is just like stacked. I mean, my basement, I've got more of it. Land of the free, home of the diet soda options.
I tried. I of course like loaded up my arms with as many as I could carry, but I got to try the Sunkist.
Sunkist, isn't that good? The orange hits, good. Man.
That was good.
It hits.
Yeah. The A&W Cream Soda Zero and the A&W Root Beer Zero.
Are you a cream soda fan? Did you like the cream soda?
I did like the cream soda.
That's a good one, man. Yeah, good. They make a good cream soda. I say Dr. Pepper cream soda. I think I like it a little bit more because I like Dr. Pepper and they throw a little bit of that flavor in there as well. But A&W is more true to a classic cream soda, and they do a really good root beer as well. So yeah, anything A&W, you're pretty much good.
Yeah, it was. I wish I could have just loaded up a bag and brought them home. There were so many things I wanted to try.
Customs is like, what's going on here? Normally the people come back with guns. All you have is diet soda.
I was trying as much as I could, but you know what I forgot to try? McDonald's fries.
You have McDonald's. So
we have McDonald's, but they make their fries different. We don't use beef flavoring up here.
Oh.
So McDonald's fries up here are just
is that why there's 178 ingredients in ours?
Yes, that's why there's 178 ingredients in yours.
It's the beef flavoring, man.
Speaking of, you know what? Yeah. I was promised that I would put on weight going to America. I did not.
And you put on, what was it, 10 pounds? 12 pounds?
But like I came back and it's like, yeah, I lost weight. I thought, what the hell, America? I was supposed to get all 10 pounds with all these extra ingredients you guys have.
Well, it's 10 pounds of inflammation. You're supposed to get 10 pounds of just
okay.
inflammation alone.
Okay. But I mean, like,
Oh,
yeah, it's so ridiculous. If you're going on vacation, you are going to be moving more. Even if me going to the US, doesn't matter that the US serving, by the way, I did notice that your servings are bigger than even ours. And one tip, people, you don't need to finish the plate.
yeah. American portions, like that's the thing I notice more than anything is our portions are just like huge, and it's kind of
It
in
is, yeah.
America. It's almost like a challenge, you know. You get this giant plate of food, and you're like, nah, I ain't no bitch. I can finish this.
I ain't no bitch.
No, bro. Don't
I ain't no
challenge me
better
with
bitch.
this. Exactly. I can eat this 18-ounce steak, no problem. You know.
Yeah,
So
I don't think I finished a single meal.
right.
Like there was food left on my plate.
I also think, well, okay, so there's a lot of walking, right, when you go to another country, but I
Yeah.
feel like a lot of it is just when you're at your house, generally you have a lot of snacks, and the snacking is what I think gets a lot of people. Whereas when you're traveling,
That's true.
you kind of just eat like your meals when you're out, and then you go back to usually your hotel room, right? And
Yep.
like that generally is not like you. I mean, do the hotels still have that little mini fridge where they charge like $80 for like a little bag of peanuts
we
or whatever?
stayed in what was potentially the worst Airbnb in San Diego. I'm surprised they didn't charge for what was in the fridge, but oh well, they couldn't charge for what was in the fridge because they didn't stock it.
Exactly. See, that's what I'm saying. Is you go to another place, you got no snack options, and you just naturally eat less.
Although, to be fair, on my part, I went down to like the 7-Eleven. It was just like, okay, this isn't in Canada. This isn't in Canada. This.
Most things aren't
I'm telling
in Canada.
we also the Scotty's group, because I went with Scotty. He invited me down there to help him out because he wanted to do TwitchCon. And his group wanted to stop at 7-Eleven before dropping me off at the airport to go home. And he just loaded me up with like everything that Canada doesn't have. He was just like, take all this crap, shove it in your bag, and get lost.
Awesome. I love it. I love it.
Oh, man. But actually, on that note, for everybody listening, if you're wondering, I got to see like Scotty completely behind the scenes, everything. He is just as awesome of a person off camera. I don't think that surprises anybody, though.
Okay. Yeah. After this podcast is over, we can talk about how much we hate him. But for while it's recording, yes, Scotty's great and he does everything awesome.
Yeah.
That dude, though, sure. That's great. I'm glad you got to have a little trip. It sounds like it was a well-needed one.
Oh God, yeah. Yeah. And TwitchCon was interesting, that's for sure. I wouldn't like say it was amazing as far as conventions go, but I would say it was more of like a meeting place rather than a convention.
Okay, checks out.
Yeah. And it was
so
it's
TwitchCon
cool.
Mostly just like games. Like I mean, assuming like like you got just your streamers and there's a bunch of gaming things. Like what kind of like gaming stuff is like? They have like new releases on games, like anything? I don't know.
Like that was the thing, is that there wasn't a lot of like the big name companies showing off anything. There was Capcom showing off Monster Hunter Wilds, which I cannot wait for.
Okay.
So that was cool to see a little bit of that. But there wasn't a lot of big name stuff. There was some indie things. There was a little arcade section where people could, again, meet up and play arcade games together.
Mm-hmm.
There was a lot of computer builders, computer build companies and stuff, like the hardware side of things. But what made me sad?
Fun? No, it doesn't sound fun at all, to be honest. All that stuff is like a huge snore for me. Like, I don't care how it works. I just want it to work. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much. Yep. But the thing I'd really like to see out of these things is, and what was cool was being a fitness influencer there, which like we got noticed for being fitness influencers at a gaming convention. and there's not enough gamifying of fitness. Like, we kind of have to go out of the box in order to do it.
I'd say there is some, but it's just more like the niche shit, right? Like, it's the
Yeah.
stuff that really promotes themselves as like a fitness thing, your classic, in your VR systems and stuff like that. You got this and it's you punch the things and all that stuff. But outside of that, it's pretty much just, wait, can I type? Will it make me leave? Will it make me leave this chat? And I will be, okay, cool. There we go. It's pretty much just that. It's pretty much just sitting at your computer not moving for 12 hours straight.
Yeah, pretty much. Which is unfortunate because, like, I know I've personally, I've used one of the devices that lets you customize your controls, like rewrite the controls for various Bluetooth devices so that you can control what the inputs are, and thus I've made it so that, like, you can do Mario Kart by running in place. Running actually presses the gas. Why is that not built into the game?
I think it's just because we have become kind of more sedentary, right, in general, and we just fall into that. And getting people to exercise, it's tough. And these games that like, oh yeah, punch this and jump up and down, like I think they do an okay job, but we haven't really seen anyone tap into it in like more of a mainstream game, let's say, I guess. Like the biggest thing that I could think of, honestly, is the one that I use, and that's Beat Saber for VR. That's become quite popular. It's, if you've ever seen that before, it's basically just like Guitar Hero, but there's little squares with arrows on. You have to slice them and duck under things, stuff like that.
More like Dance Dance Lightsaber.
Yeah, Dance Dance Revolution. I guess that's kind of another one that kind of is in the public sphere for at least a while. It kind of feels like that's maybe gone away a little bit, but like these games, it would be nice if they were a little bit more popular. I mean, we like really kind of, I guess, like we are kind of not talking about Wii, which is probably the biggest thing. What is there even still a Wii? Like, I don't even know. I haven't seen any shit on a Wii in like forever.
No, that's pretty much gone. Yeah.
Is it gone?
Which
is
is
the Wii a thing?
And the problem was that all the fitness games were built like for these like you said, like little niche things, gimmicks. They were built around gimmicks.
I'd say a gimmick is probably a good word for it.
Whereas we could have done things like incorporate some of the fitness aspects into actual games, like build the game to be fun, and then find a way to add the fitness into it. Like with the Mario Kart thing, that example, like all the things are built right into the Switch. All you needed was a leg strap, and to tell the controller to run when it moves, which Nintendo has that built into the system. All they had to do was add that option. Like, just make it an option.
I have to imagine they've done some testing on this, right? They have to have done like focus testing to see if it would work, or like, getting active activities into their games. But I'm dubious at best that people would be interested in it, which kind of sucks. And it seems like the only time you can get like go classic, like Wii Sports Resort. Oh shit, I played that so much. It was so much fun. You get like bowling or something like that, one of these sports and sports games, and the people are more interested than if you work a bigger game and just work like exercise into that. Have you seen some of those videos where the people have the like little like treadmills and they got the VR on? Bro,
yeah.
I will say, if that becomes like affordable and accessible, I think that could really do it. Because imagine you're fucking like running on a treadmill and you've got like a gun and you're doing, I don't know, the Call of Duty. That's a big shooter game that I know of.
Big shooter game.
Exactly. And you're just like running, storming the beaches of Normandy. Like, yeah, sure, whatever. It doesn't matter. I think that would get people really interested.
Yeah. And then there's like people. There are set of people that have done the modding to like actually run across the Skyrim map.
Yeah, I mean, exactly, like run in a game somehow. I will tell
Yeah.
you this shit though. God damn, I played some games where you actually have to do at least a little bit of walking. That shit makes me motion sickness as fuck. Like I was in the VR, like I try and like, or if you try and like move and you're not actually moving, like it just messes with your brain. Like it doesn't like
Right.
it. So like if you could get something, I don't know, like if you can get it to the point where like you feel like you're moving enough on a treadmill to get rid of it, that would be awesome. But like that's like a whole setup, dude. That's like a like, I mean, this is my treadmill room for my VR. Let me get this set up. So it's just one of those tough things. I feel like what would be really cool if you could do it like outside, like, you know, so we've got a wireless thing right now for the Oculus, right? Like why can't I take this outside and like go running, like actually running outside the VR? That would be dope. I would absolutely be playing
like more
that.
of an augmented reality, so you
Augmented
can actually
reality is good. That's a good description. I want more augmented reality. Like we've already gotten some of these things where like, you know, you can actually see your room through the Oculus. Dude, I play the Oculus 3. You can like text on your phone, like with it on just from the cameras. Like that's how good the cameras are. Like it's kind of tough. It's it's a little blurry, but like you could send a text. I'm like, that's impressive.
That
For
is
only like I think it's like $500, which is still expensive, but in terms of like what we're talking about here, it's not as bad. And so like why can't I set that for like outside and actually go out and do like that would be so cool, and like it would just let me
running
know if
down
I'm
the
about to run
street,
into my fence.
jump up and, you know, grab some coins. Who knows? Throw a turtle
Hell
shell.
yeah, fucking playing Mario, bro. You could play Mario, but like it with your
in the
VR
street.
and in the park. Hopefully, I would probably not pick the street, but you know, if that's what I got to do, that's what I got to do.
You know, here in Canada, we grew up playing street hockey, so now we're going to play Street Mario.
Well, there's only 7 cars in Canada, so it's not like you're going to get hit by one of them.
Exactly.
That's why at the airport it's so easy to walk anywhere. Those 7 cars. They have to get everyone. It takes them a while, and you're not going to get hit. But otherwise, seems like it was a good trip, though. Seems like it was fun.
Yeah. I don't know if I get to, well, I imagine by the time this comes out, he'll have talked about it. But like I said, I got to see behind the scenes with Scotty quite a bit there. The dude, and I do have to give him a shout out on this. Like he was working on some brand deals behind the scenes. And one of the criteria that he looked at wasn't like just the money or anything like that. It was how fat phobic the company is.
Yeah, that's definitely a Scotty thing to do.
Yeah. But the trip was great. Except for all the like weird American stuff.
You might have to narrow that down a little bit. Weird American stuff is kind of like our thing.
Man, I ended up doing a drug deal in the middle of a parking lot one night. That was something.
Well, I don't think that's technically weird since it happens so often. Weird is something that doesn't happen that often. Oh man, I'm telling you, at my gym, because I'm there like 2 a.m., I promise you there's drug deals going on. I always see like 2 cars pull up and they're just like sitting and doing something for a little while and then drive off. I'm like, there's no way. That's not fucking drugs going down.
Oh, that's America.
It's America, man. Land of the free, home of the fuck. What did I say it was before? I don't remember. Whatever I said before, and drug deals. Fuck, I don't even remember. But yeah, sounds like good. I want to talk about before, because you know it's just us two, and we're just chatting. We do whatever the fuck we want. Hey, this is our podcast.
Hey, I just got off a plane and drove 3 hours back here in one of the 7 cars that are in Canada.
One of the 7 cars, exactly. Now, I want to say, because
on the one road,
my life has been a fucking mess. Like everything, trying to keep up with everything, work, raising a child, which turns out really difficult, and like
lies.
social media, all that stuff. that it's just been, I've been so bad. My dog, I think our other dog tore his ACL. It's fucking ridiculous. It's all great. It's all fantastic. But basically, I haven't really had time to like prep things like I haven't before. Like I really,
Right.
it's just been stressed
Yeah.
on time. So I just wanted to give like a few things that I've been doing to try and like still eat a little bit more on the nutritious side. And I will tell you, getting like one full meal that can happen like once or twice a day, generally not 3 times. So I'm just like snacking more on things, and that is where I was talking about earlier. That can really get you with the snacking. A lot of people just
Yeah.
and don't get me wrong, I love my candies, chips, shit like that.
Especially when
dope.
it's stressful and you've got all these distractions going on. You don't really think about how much you're eating.
You're annoyed, so you're like, how many fucking Reese's can I deep throat, So like instead of that, I try and pick a few more nutritious.
Side
I'm
note,
sitting here.
You guys have so many different Reese bars. I was like, what the fuck?
I'm about to do a video on like bats, Reese's, what I call it both. It doesn't matter.
Doesn't matter.
And yeah, so like we got all the candies, but so I've talked about one thing I've talked about before on here, the dry roasted edamame. I think we've mentioned that before.
Yep.
Only bean, crunchy, little dry, but like, they got a bunch of different flavors like buffalo. Oh man, the buffalo's so good. Look up the only bean dry roasted edamame. I'm about to try, maybe the video probably won't be out. I just got some only bean pasta. They make pasta out of soybeans, so really high protein and fiber. Gonna try that for a video. But I also got this. I always go check your clearance section, people. We talk about that all the time. I got some rind, keep it real, eat the peel. Now that's a fucking slogan. Hey, Rind, sponsor us. I like this. I like you. And it's just like and it's not just peels, but like a fruit. Like they take the fruit, they take the peel, they take everything, they dry it out. So it's literally just dried fruit, dried pears, dried apples, dried strawberries. That's all. That's what's in here. And I was like, oh, that's super cool. So I've been snacking on this again, little dry, but not too bad. And like others. Oh, I just bought some Catalina Crunch, makes like party mix. You seen that shit's crazy, man. So it's just like pecans, cashews, pea protein, a fiber blend of a bunch of different fibers. Like that's pretty cool.
Nice,
5 grams protein, or 5 grams of fiber per serving, 7 grams of protein. Yeah, Catalina Crunch, keto friendly party mix. So, just trying. Oh, and
gotta
nuts
throw
in
that
general.
Buzzword in there.
Gotta throw it. I get it. It's marketing, right? They gotta sell their shit. Like I understand, but like nuts in general, like have saved me. Like sometimes I'm just eating peanut butter out of a jar with a spoon. I've done that so many times where I just have a big jar of peanut butter and a spoon. But peanut butter jelly sandwiches, I eat one of those like every day, probably like close to every day. Like getting yourself a decent bread. I got some kind of like seeded bread, like one of those seeded breads. You all know there's that Dave's Killer. I tried Dave's Killer bread, didn't really like it, kind of dry. 1 gram of sugar. Fuck you. I want more sugar in my bread. I guess I'm American. Leave me the fuck alone. I don't care. It's
need more chemicals in your bread.
It's 3 grams of sugar. Like, calm the fuck down. Holy shit, right? 1 gram of sugar. So yeah, like just something that has like whole wheat. Maybe sprouted, maybe it has some like, it's got some fiber. That's the point. So I get one of those, and then I will add, I've been doing avocados a lot just because that's easy. And I like avocados, throw avocado toast. I bought some smoked salmon at Costco, and I just throw that on top with some everything bagel seasoning. That's one of my favorites. I had that for breakfast a few times. I had for breakfast this morning, though, of just a plain potato that was microwaved for a video. I just sat there and I ate the potato. That's my life. So a lot of times it's just eating whatever I make for a video, but you just,
you've gone from Balkan breakfast to the Liam Balkan breakfast.
I would tell you, though, like the Balkan, I didn't have Balkan breakfast this morning, but I had this morning, what I had? Hard-boiled eggs and cotton candy grapes. That's what was there. That's what I had just available. I was like, I bought some cotton candy grapes at Aldi. Okay, I eat some of those, and I was like, oh, I got some of I get the pre-cooked hard-boiled eggs. For all you're like, you can just make your own hard-boiled eggs. Yeah, I'm just not gonna do it. Okay, I'm just not going to do it because I sit there and I miss the timing by a fucking minute, and it's either dry as a fucking rock or it's wet still in there. And I don't like that. I like them prepackaged. There's 2 eggs in each package and they last like 6 months in there. I don't know what fucking sorcery they do to make that happen, but I like it. So, I can keep those in my fridge, just grab them, add a little salt.
Eggmancery. That's it.
Necromancy to keep the eggs. I feel like that's
Eggmancery.
Eggmancer. I heard necromancer. Like we're bringing eggs back from the dead. Like they killed the eggs and they brought them back.
I mean, maybe.
Oh, and then like the bird's eye power blends. I've talked about those before. Like the pre-made, like frozen packs of vegetables are absolutely like. It's just so clutch. I throw that in the microwave because it takes like 5 minutes. That's so long. So I do other shit. And then I come back and I add just whatever to it. Like I've done, like I'll do like one of the veggie burgers, or you can do like what is it? The chicken, like Tyson chicken air fryer, like chicken bites, chicken nuggets, whatever they are. So like throw that in the microwave, air fryer. Frozen, it takes like 10 minutes, whatever.
Yeah.
And just put that together. Or like honestly, what I've had last few nights or something like that is my base of I like farro, which you can do base of whatever grain you like. If you like quinoa and you're weird, you be weird. I don't like that shit. But you could throw that down on a bowl, and then I literally just top it with whatever I have. Now I'm short on time. So it's typically canned beans, some type of canned beans. Frozen corn, just warm up in like the microwave, and then whatever else I have. So it could be again a veggie burger, it could be some kind of like frozen chicken thing, maybe could be tofu. I like tempeh a lot. If you've ever had tempeh, it's similar to tofu. It's right next to the tofu. It's just fermented soybeans. I like that as well. Edamame, just straight edamame from the freezer. That's good for protein. And then literally whatever vegetable I have, which is usually like carrots, like I don't know. I just keep that shit. So whatever. I bought some for a video. I had some bok choy the other day. So I was like, I use that for a video. Okay, bok choy, whatever. Doesn't matter. And then some type of like pre-made sauce. Like I like the peanut sauces. They got pre-made peanut sauces. Are really good. Dressings, like your Bolt House and stuff like that. Sometimes I make like my own sauce. I made a Big Mac sauce the other night and just put it on it for some like whatever. I don't know why. I was like mayonnaise, mustard, relish. I don't know. Sure. This looks tasty.
No ketchup.
No, sriracha. I did add sriracha. A little spice. And I just have that top it. And I like to top things with seeds. So whatever type of seeds, pumpkin seeds, hemp seeds, sesame seeds, doesn't matter, just because it makes it easier. So like it doesn't have to be complicated. Like I just filmed another video the other day, a couple days ago, like a wrap. You just wrap veggies, chicken. Boom.
Yeah, I also had a wrap video recently.
Oh yeah.
Also, a rap video, but also a rap video.
A rap and rap video. Now that's good. You rap. We need to get the rapping chef. Let's get the rapping chef on, and we can have him rap about making raps.
Sweet. Yes, let's do it.
I'm gonna message. I'm gonna try and get it.
You do it. And I had a rap video the other day, and people were like, "Oh, I need to do this fancy stuff. What, give me a recipe." And it's not like. It's just a wrap and lettuce. It doesn't need to be fancy.
Can I say I'm so tired of like, but what's the recipe? Bro, like, okay, if it's baking, I will give you, if it's baking, you do need a little bit more of a recipe. Like there's ratios and shit like that.
Yeah.
Now, do I do it? Often I still don't, but like you should have a recipe for baking. But when it's just like, a wrap, a salad, whatever, like just fucking do it. Like, just what do you have?
Throw whatever you like in there.
Gosh, don't get
like mushrooms. Throw some mushrooms in there.
Oh, god damn it. It called for a fourth a cup of olive oil, and I did a quarter cup. A fourth a cup is a quarter cup. I did a third of a cup. Oh no, it's all ruined. I will have to throw it away now. Like, fuck it, who cares? Jesus, oh no. And so many times, I'm just fucking ranting, but that's what I do on this podcast.
That's what you do.
It's like, like the dense bean salads and stuff. Like, I was going to make it, then I saw I had banana peppers. Well, too bad. Now you can't make it. It has banana peppers in it. It's not like you could just omit those and use something else.
No, that would like ruin the recipe, obviously. The entire recipe is bound together by those banana peppers.
Singed on those fucking banana peppers. Use a different pepper. Don't use any peppers. Use whatever you want. Oh, it tries. The dense bean salad. So I am gonna try and prep one of those tonight after this because I'm gonna try to do that for a video. And those are so awesome because 4 or 5 days. I find they last 4 or 5 days pretty solidly. And just having that, I take it out of the fridge. I don't have to. You don't have to cook it. Like you don't have to microwave it back up. Like even that, like 3 minutes, you have to microwave something. People are like, fuck it. Like you literally take it out of the fridge and you open it and you put a spoon in there. That's it. That's the what you have to do after you make it. And yes, I know it takes a little while, but it's just literally most of them are just chopping. Often you don't have to cook anything. You might have to cook like one thing. And that's for those sometimes like they usually don't call for in there, but a lot of times I do like to add a whole grain, a farro or a barley or something like that, and I find that just kind of adds more volume, more bulk, more. I like doing that. So yeah, I mean those are a few things. Oh, even just like the like little pizzas you can make. You can make. I'm gonna say pizza in air quotes here because like is it pizza whatever, you know what I'm saying? So you get like a naan. You get some naan, you throw some sauce on there, or a wrap, a lavash bread. Those are really cool. And yeah, some sauce, some cheese, and then whatever toppings you like, and you throw it in the oven. That's that's super simple.
Yeah,
I like doing that.
That's where the air fryers really come in handy.
Air fryers are so cool. You can. Well, here's a fun one. I did a video on this a long time ago. Take 2 wraps, and then you just double stack it. So like cheese, sauce, whatever, and then put one on top of the other, and it's like a double layer wrap. And if you do the high fiber wraps, goddamn, that's like 20 something grams of fiber right there. And it just has to be simple for me because I see these other people tag me in these recipes, and they're like, first thing you're gonna do is get out your grind-o-mat. I'm like, all right, what the fuck? I don't even know what that is. I don't know what that like. I'm not doing. And then all of these things, it's just for like one meal. Like one meal, you're spending like 45 minutes to make a single meal. No, absolutely not. I'm not doing that. I want to spend like 20, 30 minutes and have like 4 or 5 meals. Oh, you know what I'm saying? I will say, like, for the people that have issues with eating the same thing over and over again, a lot of people have trouble with that with meal prep. So picking something where you can have a base and then topping it at least with something different. Even if it's something small, it might be enough. So if you make like a dense bean salad, I'm going to leave off avocado, or I'm going to add avocado on this one. I'm going to add this to that one, whatever, just something else on top.
Make a couple different spice mixes and vary between those.
Yeah, I mean, you could try in different one. Yeah, put them in different containers. Add the spices in those containers. I could definitely see that. You could have just proteins ready. Like I'm just gonna add some shrimp to this one, frozen shrimp. I heated it up. Boom, there you go. I'm gonna add fucking chicken nuggets to this one because that's what I want to do. Like, who cares? Like, doesn't whatever.
Dino
just
nuggies.
Kind of have. What's that?
Dino nuggies.
The dino. I haven't tried the dino nuggets before. I did see they had like plant-based dino nuggets now. I'm like, man, fucking plant-based.
Hey, maybe one will be regular dino nuggies, one will be planty dino nuggies.
I'm like, we're getting the plant. I do like that they get more plant-based options. Like, what was it? Panda Express had like a sesame or orange chicken. Yeah, it was like a orange chicken plant-based. So I was like, oh, that's cool. I mean, I'm glad they're offering it. People often think like, oh, sometimes people are like, oh, that's the healthier version. I'm like, it's still orange chicken. It's still gonna be a lot of fat, a lot of and sugar. Which, hey, listen, it's delicious. I'll eat it, but like it's not like the veggie straws. Like, oh, I'm gonna get veggie straws. It's better. Fucking potato chips and veggie straws. Shit's a potato. Potato. Literally, just microwave your potatoes. Like, just go to your kitchen right now that you have those potatoes that are about to go bad. I know you have those. They're starting to sprout. You're like, fuck.
I do. I'm called out right now.
I know, right? We all like you buy the potatoes and then you just fucking sit there. Just go microwave your potatoes. You don't even have to. You can throw them in the oven if you got time. You just throw them in the microwave, though. Yeah. I don't know. Did I have it in here? I don't have it in here, but I bought a 5-pound bag of potatoes. You know how many potatoes were in it? In this 5-pound bag of potatoes? Rob, guess how many potatoes were in this 5-pound bag of potatoes?
30 Freedom potatoes.
There was three. There was three potatoes. That's how big they were. They were like just they were the most massive potatoes I have ever seen.
Wow.
I'm telling you, here, you fucking go talk to the people. 1 second.
Oh God, he's leaving me alone with you. I'm not the good talker. There's a reason why I have Liam here. But my personal favorite is just like I said, just doing simple wraps. They don't need to be fancy. Oh, and on the topic of microwaves, don't be scared of microwaves. I know a lot of people get scared of microwaves because, the radiation, the idea of radiation. Radiation just means heat. That's all. What the hell is that?
I came back with the potato. Look at this potato.
That thing's as big as your head.
It's almost as big as my head, and this is the smaller one. I microwaved a bigger one for the video, and I just chomped into it with my teeth.
It's as big as your head.
This is
you could hide behind GMOs, that thing.
Right? Wait, I don't think potatoes are even GMO, are they? I don't even remember. Doesn't matter. But yeah, there's 3 in the 5-pound bag, and I was like, I have to buy these. Like, that's hilarious. I have to buy 3 potatoes that are 5 pounds.
You holding that thing's gonna be the thumbnail. For those of you listening, just picture Liam's head and then turn it into a potato. That's the potato.
It's solid too. But yeah, so literally just microwave them and then throw them in your fridge, and you can just add stuff after that. So you could add cheese. I always add corn. I love corn. Like kind of like one of those KFC. I do like one of those like mock KFC bowls. You know what I'm talking about? Where they have like the corn and cheese and I don't know. There was other stuff in there. It doesn't matter. Look it up. Look at a KFC bowl. And you could add I'll add like Greek yogurt instead of like sour cream for some protein there. You could do like bacon. You could do I don't know, turkey pepperoni, like whatever you want to do. Just I'll throw beans on it. Doesn't matter. And
you throw beans on everything though.
I do. I just love beans. They're so cheap though. People always say they're expensive. Eating healthy is expensive, so I've got to go with beans all the time. But I will say also, like if you're dealing with we talked about it before, right? The resistant starch. In a episode about like kind of people with diabetes or insulin resistance, throwing starches like potatoes in the fridge after you cook them creates more resistant starch and therefore helps control blood sugar. So if you're someone dealing with insulin resistance, throwing your starches in the fridge and
another good reason to meal prep.
And you just
make it up and then throw it in the fridge and then
fats.
Hey, look, you've got resistant starches.
Yeah, and you can add your fats. You can add protein to that. You can add other things that will help control that. So it's just the fucking potato. Okay, listen, we're here. And I'm just ranting. Fuck it, whatever. I just listened to a whole other podcast on potatoes. It was just the whole thing was on potatoes. The whole episode.
Well, I was about to be angry that you're going and listening to other people's podcasts. But
listening to I'm not.
If it's on potatoes, I'm not going to blame you. Potatoes are amazing.
The history. I'm going to plug other people's podcasts. The History of Everything podcast. It's a fun one. Anyway, fun fact: like potatoes, when they were brought from South America to Europe, they were kind of seen as this food that, like, it was just like either for poor people or it did terrible things to you. It just made you infertile or whatever, like all this shit. Anyway, the way that they got people more interested in potatoes was they said potatoes are now a royal family food. It's a king's food and you can't have them. And they planted them in the king's garden. And then they told the guards watching the garden, hey, if anyone tries to steal them, just let them steal as many potatoes as they want. And if anyone tries to bribe you to take the potatoes, it doesn't matter how much they try and bribe you with, take that bribe. And people were like, oh shit, it's royal food now? And they went and started stealing them. And then, we're stupid. We're stupid creatures. So like we can't have something, we want it. And that's kind of one of the things that got people more accustomed to eating potatoes. Isn't that so smart?
Yeah.
Hey guys, seed oils are only for the rich. That's all. You can't have it. You can't have seed oils. That's only for rich people. But yeah, like just the humble potato is just like it's cheap. It's versatile. It's convenient.
And there's 3,000 varieties of them in Peru.
Is there actually 3,000 varieties?
Yeah.
That's a lot of varieties.
That's a lot of varieties.
I know russet. I know gold. Yukon gold. Fuck. I know 3 and 2 are the same one. Wait, sweet potatoes aren't even potatoes. Like, sweet potatoes aren't even like related to potatoes. That's like a different thing, right?
I believe so, yes.
I think sweet potatoes are something else. So yeah, I know like 2, but I like both of them.
And one of them's as big as your head.
I know. I want some of those purple potatoes I see in like, like Okinawa or whatever. Like they eat a lot of those purple potatoes. I want to try one of those, but I haven't had the opportunity.
Well, I guess you better get Okinawa.
Hey, Rob, what do you think human flesh tastes like?
Well,
just bring back a classic. What do you think it tastes like to eat a human now that we're talking about how things taste?
Here's the real question. What spices would you use?
If you were to season human?
What wine would you pair it with?
I would season a human with cumin because that sounds fun. I know it's cumin, but I would say cumin. So season a human with cumin. You always season
cumin with cumin. I like that.
Right, you got a little like rhyme going with it, so people will remember to use cumin on human. But really, I'd probably
mind you, you're also going to start getting jokes like "I'm cumin on this human."
That's a different seasoning that I don't think would go.
That's a different seasoning, yeah. That's a proteinous seasoning right there.
I'll probably stick with a regular cumin. I'm not gonna. That's gross. Why are you gonna gross out my human meat that I'm eating? In this analogy.
Oh, I can't help it. I also spent the weekend with a bunch of people that have dirty minds.
Oh, yeah, I'm sure it must have been fucking great. Oh, shit. Oh.
Simple food.
Simple food. Don't be your worst. Potatoes are only for the rich. And try and move a little bit with your video games.
Just a little bit.
That's a long title for this episode, but that's what we're going.
That is, yeah. Yeah, I don't think it's gonna fit. That's what she said. That's what she said. Well, he was cumin on your human.
Cumin on the human. Cumin on the. We're gonna have to sell shirts now. But yeah. Cumin on the human.
Hey, wasn't that a great time listening to the podcast? You were I'm assuming you were just listening to In Moderation. So if you go ahead and hit the 5-star button, is that a thing? The like button?
That's a thing.
No.
Yep.
The like button
5
on YouTube.
stars.
If you're on YouTube, hit the like button. Not the dislike button. That's a bad button. The
bad
like button. Bad button. Hit all the other buttons. The share. You can go check out
all those things.
Subscribe. Go check out our Patreon. Yeah. We do have a Patreon. It's free to join if you want, or you could give us some money. That'd be really cool, like $1 or $2. It doesn't matter. Whatever you have.
That's where you'll find all the news for this.
We're super appreciative. You can find all sorts of other stuff there. We do giveaways. I think sometimes.
Sometimes.
All that. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. So, peace.